Greetings, sports fans. This is George, Custom Tie Flies and Guide Service. And we're going to be tying the olive version of my CT turkey emerger. So this is what it looks like when it's done. The recipe will be in the description. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can find this and other cool fish catching bugs on my website, custom-tied.com. That's custom-tied.com. Have a splash, don't forget the dash. I'll walk you through the different materials as I apply them like I usually do. This is Daiichi 1130. Tying these in a 10 through a 14. So this is a size 10. But you could use, of course, any straight eye scud short shank nymph hook. Excuse me. So I am using Olive Semperfli Nanosilk and 50 denier. So I'm going to get tied in here. And just like on the tan, I'm going to run my thread all the way back to the back of the bend of the hook. Excuse me a second, I'm going to see if I can't put a little more light on it. That's a little better. I got to be able to see what I'm doing and and let you see what I'm doing. So anyway, so I'm using Hareline's Ice Fur in olive, and I used my little clip here to hold the individual shanks. I'm going to trim them off the main shank. This is the Shuck. And see, I just put that back on my little clippy. All right. So this is wild turkey tail. I'm going to get about 5 barbs off of that wild turkey tail, and I want the dull side towards me. And that little sucker broke off. And I'm just going to pull it down the side so I can make sure that I get right up on just above that shuck. And I tried using hackle pliers to wrap this, and I just didn't have enough control over the placement, and my hands aren't near as steady as they once were, so I was breaking them off. So you can see I'm just using my middle finger to catch and push the wrap around. Then I hold the two between my middle finger and my thumb, do a pinch wrap, And there we go. Now I'm going to reposition the fly. And then I'm going to add, this is turkey tail, or yeah, turkey tail. It's olive dyed turkey wing Biot. And typically what I do is I'll trim a section of that Biot or that feather off, and then I'll pull the Biots from the side that I want to pull it from. And then you can just slide those apart and they'll come right apart just like that. And then the same thing, I'm going to use my middle finger to push that around the shank. You'll probably get 4 or 5 wraps out of that. You don't really need a lot. You're just looking to suggest the back part of the thorax. Or excuse, yeah, the back part of the thorax. All right, next we're going to add a little flash. This is Umpqua accent flash in pearl, but you can also get it at Hobby Lobby. It's called angel hair. Put it on Christmas trees and decorations and stuff. So you take one strand, snip it in half, fold it over and snip it in half again. And you're going to put that right on the thread. And you're going to pull it up to where you need it to be. And then you're going to trim it off just a hair in from the back of the shuck. All right, next is your dubbing. For the rest of the thorax, I'm using this fine natural dubbing from Nature Spirit and Callibaetis. I'm not exactly sure what kind of fur this is. I mean, it says on the package that it's natural fur. I know it's very buoyant. I'm gonna have to call Nature Spirit and ask them. Take a couple of wraps in front of the flash, and you're going to take a couple of wraps behind the flash, and you see how that makes the flash stand straight up. And you're going to take another one or two in front of the flash and build up that abdomen a little bit. Or, yeah, I'm sorry, that thorax a little bit. Okay, next is your CDC. Now I got this in a Ziploc bag because I pulled this CDC right off the back of a duck. You're just going to get 2 CDC feathers, and you want them with the concave side facing each other. And you're just going to line the ends up like that. And then you stroke the fibers forward like that. And then they're going to go on. Give the thread a twist. Tighten it up. Take 3. Check. All right. Then take 3. And take 2. And that gets that on there nice and secure. And you can trim that excess off. And make sure you lash that down right behind the eye. And you're going to kind of push back against that thorax. And a little more of this dubbing. Now you're putting in the support for the collar hackle. Just little itty bitty wisps. Very fine. You're going to end up with a very tiny rope, about 1.5 inches long or so. Remember, it's easier to put it on than it is to take it off. And I broke the dubbing rule, so I'm going to take that off. See how that's a little more difficult to get off? All right. Next is your collar hackle. Here I'm using Indian head that I got from Cascade Crest. I'm going to grab that by the tip. I'm going to pull those fibers back, but I'm not going to strip the top. I want the full collar, because this is going to represent your legs. And I'm going to wet my fingers, and I'm going to pull those fibers back as I make my wraps, one in front of the other. Want that nice full collar. Pull that up. I'm going to take 3 wraps here. Then I'm going to trim that. And I'm going to wet my fingers again. Put me a whip finish on here. Cut my thread. And before I put any kind of cement or UV on here, I'm going to pull those collar fibers that are on the top. I'm going to pull those forward behind my thumb and index finger. And I'm going to trim that little spot off. Use some Solares bone dry there. Hit that with me light. And there you have it. Custom Tides olive turkey emerger. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Excuse me. Remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can find this and other cool fish catching bugs on my website at custom-tied.com. That is custom-tied.com. Have a splash. Don't forget the dash. Happy tying.